Hi guys, you're watching Soleful Discussions.
Oh, hi, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Okay. How did our paths cross today? How do you and I just meet right now?
Call your repeat question again.
I said, how did our paths cross today? How did you and I just meet? How did we meet?
Oh well, I've just right here.
You're at the park, yeah.
And then you saw me and asked me if I would like to have an interview with you, and
Okay.
I said yes.
Nice. What's the interview about? What are we talking about today?
Well, I think you mentioned something about mental health. I
Two
don't,
other topics.
I don't remember the other
so
two. Other
feet, mental health, reflexology.
Feet.
Yeah.
What else on that?
Feet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
All
All
right.
right. So when you didn't
Mental
hear
health and
feet and reflexology.
reflexology.
Reflexology. So you didn't really hear feet, but you just heard it right now.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts when you hear feet?
Since English is my second language, I thought it was like feed, like
Oh, feed, like feed food?
food. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you. I got
to
you.
give food to someone else.
Got you. But now that you know it's about feet, what are your thoughts? What are you thinking about?
Maybe it's like you wanted to know about if I came here by food or I don't know.
All right, so we're gonna ask some questions and then we'll get your thoughts about how you feel about it.
Okay.
Okay. What about mental health? Is there anything you think about when you hear mental health?
Yeah, well, it's something that most of the of us struggle.
Yeah.
And I think I'm part of the list because it's
Okay.
like it's a big topic, a big issue, I
Got
think,
it.
and sometimes it's difficult to recognize that when you need help,
Yeah.
because you are afraid that people judge you because they are going to think that you are crazy or that
Yeah,
you are
something's wrong with you.
insane. Yeah, and it's sometimes you keep it,
Yeah.
but I think it's important to talk about it and to be open-minded about
Okay.
that.
Cool. We're gonna
Yeah.
talk about social media today, the impact it can have on like depression and anxiety. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what about reflexology? You ever heard of that before?
No.
Okay.
No.
We're gonna talk about it, and then you can tell me what you think. Okay.
Okay.
Once we get there. All right. So let's start with the first question.
Okay.
What are your thoughts about how the world is starting to become more aware of mental health and what we're doing about it?
Well, I think as you mentioned, when they noticed that social media has a big impact on teenagers and
Yeah.
adults in general. Because I think for some people it is easy to hurt or to like we call them haters.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good one. Yeah.
We can judge better if
Yeah.
we are you know throw I don't know how to explain that, but I
Uh-huh.
mean like it's easy to
type it in.
to type it in something.
Than to say it face to face.
Yeah,
to somebody.
to face like for example now
Yeah.
you're here in front of me and
Uh-huh.
for me it's going to be difficult if I want to say something
Yeah.
that something is wrong with you.
Yeah.
Because you can
I
Tell
can
me
confront
something
you.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Confront you about it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. That's deep, and I like that.
yeah.
In terms of social media, right? How do you use social media, and then what are your thoughts about social media?
Well, I've used social media to communicate with my family and my friends,
Okay.
but I don't tend to use it like a means of to share my life because I don't like to share my life with other people.
Nice.
Because I think I just like to enjoy the moment.
Okay. I
Yeah.
like that. Live in
Uh,
the moment.
Yeah, and as I mentioned before, whenever you post something,
Mhm.
it's going to be someone that is going to say, you look fat, or
Yeah.
I usually use different colors because pink is not your color.
Yeah.
And I don't like that kind of things because
Okay.
and it's like, okay, I don't need to share my life with them.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I get it.
to be happy. Yeah,
Yeah, it's true, man. It's true.
yeah.
In terms of something you could change about social media, right? Somebody gave you the power to change something. What would you change?
Well, it's difficult because there are many things that I would like to change,
Mhm.
but I think, well, for my point of view,
Mhm.
I think I can change anything, but parents or even, for example, me, I have two nephews.
Mhm.
I can help them or teach them that it's okay to use social media, but you need to be careful because
Yeah.
there are some people that want to hurt them or
Yes.
to
Yes.
so it's like I think it's a question of education.
It's like a
related
cautionary tale, right?
yeah
Absolutely. And I think it's important, like what you just said, right? Because especially from the aspect of, I think that social media is a tool, right?
yeah
But it depends on how you use it.
Yeah.
Because like if some people, if
Yeah.
you use it for like to do negative
Yeah.
stuff, first
Yeah.
it's negative. But if you use it for positive things,
yeah
it can be a very positive experience.
yeah for example TikTok, it's
Yeah.
I think it's a great tool
Yeah.
to teach or to learn content, different kind of content,
Yeah.
like English, for example, or
Yeah.
French or Chinese.
Yeah.
But also you should be careful because there are some content that you can control.
Yes.
It's like even if you choose the topics you want,
yeah.
and it
It
is
still
still
pops
appear.
up in your
Yeah,
feed.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, and it's like I'm not going to allow my kids or my nephews to watch this kind
Yeah,
of content because
absolutely.
it's dangerous. Yeah.
Good one. Good one.
Yeah.
Okay. In terms of things that bring you anxiety, right? What are some things that bring you anxiety? And you don't have to go too deep, but just maybe some more surface level.
Well, some things is like, for example, what is happening right now with Russia and Ukraine.
Yeah.
And I'm not that kind of people that enjoy reading the newspaper every day or watching the news. I prefer to avoid that, not because I'm not interested about what is happening around the world.
Yeah.
It's because it makes me feel like bad.
Yeah.
Because I'm here, I can do anything. I can cry, but
Yeah.
it's not going to solve anything, right?
Nope.
And
Nope.
it makes me feel like stressed out, like
Powerless and
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
Absolutely. I
yeah.
get you. All right. So let's get into these questions. I'm gonna be intrigued to see how you feel. Okay. How do you feel about your feet? What are your thoughts?
Why?
Yeah. How do you feel about your feet? How do you like them? You don't like them? You don't really think about them?
Well, I like them because
Okay.
it's like a means of stress, my means
Okay.
of stress relief. Yeah, I
It
love.
gets me around.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love walking around.
Okay.
And well,
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a positive thing. But do you like how they look? You don't like how they look? You're indifferent. You don't really pay attention.
well, I don't pay attention. to
Okay.
that.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. In terms
Why
of,
did you ask me about my about?
Oh, we're
the-
gonna get to it. That's why we're going along.
okay.
In terms of compliments, have you ever been complimented about your feet before? Anybody ever told you had nice feet?
No,
Never before? Okay.
no,
Never.
I don't
okay.
think so.
If you did get a compliment about that, how would it make you feel? What would your thoughts be?
It's so good to say, oh, thank you, but it's weird that you said that to me.
All right. That's interesting.
It's sometimes it's most of the people say things like, "Oh, you have beautiful eyes," or
Your hair is
"Your
nice."
hair is nice,"
Okay.
but
So
not about you.
let me ask you this though, right?
Yeah,
Is it any different than that though? Because they're still pointing out something about you, right? If I
yeah.
tell you that your hair is really nice, right? I'm still looking at your hair
Yeah.
to like make that compliment. So what's the difference between somebody saying your feet are nice, your hair is nice, your eyes are nice? What's different?
Well, I think it's like a cultural thing because in what and generally people say compliments to you. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. But most of the time they focus the things that are in on your face.
Okay.
Or
So the
like-
things are up top. That
yeah,
you can see,
yeah,
right?
they can see easily.
'Cause
But
it's interesting that you say that, right? So one of my friends who I just interviewed for the third time,
yeah.
when I first asked about compliments, she said the first thing she notices in a guy is his shoes. She looks down at his shoes to see what like how his
Oh,
shoes
really?
are,
Oh.
right? Because
Uh-huh.
she was taught from her mom and everything like to keep your shoes clean, like be
Oh,
neat.
yeah.
So for her, if a guy doesn't do that, then she thinks like him as a whole, he doesn't take care of himself. So
Oh,
that's
you-
something, right?
do you know? I think it's something. In my case, I think it's because I don't like to. I always look at the people when I'm talking to them face to face. I
Uh-huh.
always try to look at them
Eye
at
contact.
but I
Yeah.
don't tend to do this
Got it.
because I know that it can be uncomfortable for them and it's
Got it.
uncomfortable for me.
Okay.
Because when I was a teenager, some of the guys at school or the girls at school tend to do that to me,
Oh, okay.
and they judge me by how I was dressed or about my shoes,
Okay.
and it was like,
It
don't
makes you
t-
feel bad.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Okay.
that was not enough for them.
So
Yeah,
you've had negative experiences.
yeah, yeah.
with
That
people
is
doing
why.
that.
Yeah,
Got
that
it.
is why
Got it. Okay.
I prefer that. They don't mention anything about my shoes or
Okay.
yeah.
I got you. Okay.
Uh-huh.
In terms of things you do like to be complimented about, right? If somebody's gonna give you a compliment,
Uh-huh.
what would you prefer for it to be about?
My brain.
Your brain? Okay. That's a big one. Hey, if somebody notices how smart you are, right, that says a lot, right?
Yeah.
And it means that you're doing something right. Absolutely. And I think just right now, right, with you going to the interview, I think the one of the first things you said is like English is my second language, right?
Yeah.
But you're doing an amazing job, like just
thank you.
and I know it's hard because listen, I took German, right?
Uh-huh.
And I know how it is like trying to like translate things in your mind to
Yeah.
make it make sense in another language.
Yeah.
It's hard. I didn't know how hard it was until I first started doing it, and I was like, man, I realized like what other people go through when they're trying to like process like what's being said or what they're reading and trying to put it into something that makes sense. I get it. It's really hard. So you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you so much.
In terms of like if you're dating someone, if you were going to start dating someone, right?
Uh-huh.
What is something you would consider to be like a potential deal breaker? You'd be like, I can't deal with that.
Oh, well, if I cannot or I can?
No, you can't. So like if it's something that like they do or something that they believe, like if they're doing something that you'd be like, I can't be a part of that. Like that's it's not something I can take.
Well, the first thing when I'm talking to someone, it's like I take everything about him, and I said, okay, I like his personality. He's smart. He trained other people.
With respect.
Yeah, they respect, and he's respectful. But if he says like mean things to other people or don't treat them well, or he's like superficial, like he's just talk about money or I don't know how to say it, superficial things, or like I would like to have girl who's beautiful, perfect, and I don't like that kind of stuff.
Okay. That makes sense. All right. Let's get into this. How often do you get pedicures?
I don't like that.
You never gotten a pedicure before? Or?
Like the long nails?
No, I'm saying when you go get like your nails painted.
No, I don't like to paint my nails.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you prefer for them to be natural then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a medical pedicure before?
No.
Yeah, so it's kind of exactly what you're saying, right? But it's somebody you can go to still do like things to your feet that'll help. So you go see a podiatrist, and it's like they'll look at your feet to make sure your nails grow correctly. They check your toe alignment. They check for dead skin fungus, and they do all the work here with like medical grade equipment. What are your thoughts on like seeing somebody like that as opposed to going to get like cosmetic ones done?
Well, I think it's okay. It's good because they want to treat themselves. And,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: you've never experienced a pedicure before? Like you've never gone? Or
no,
you have gone and you just didn't like it?
No, I usually do it by myself. I don't paint my nails, but I clean my.
You clean everything.
Yeah.
Right. But you've never gone to like a nail salon?
No.
Okay.
I just. I
think
just,
it's something everybody should try to want, even guys. Going once, because it's like being pampered, right? It's like having somebody take care of you, and I think to me like that's a really like good thing to feel, like, right?
Yeah, I just go to cut my hair or to sometimes my eyebrows. Yeah, but that's it.
Okay, cool. In terms of shoes, like how often do you wear open-toed shoes, sandals, flip-flops, things like that?
Well, I prefer tennis or
shoes?
sneakers. Yeah.
Is it more for style or comfort?
Comfort.
Okay, so you prefer those.
Yeah.
So how often do you wear sandals though? Like, do you ever wear them?
Yes, at home.
Okay, just at home. Okay, cool.
Or at the beach.
Yeah, at the beach. Yeah, absolutely. How often do you go barefoot? No shoes. How often do you go barefoot?
Yeah. Also, I do it when I go at the beach or at home.
What about at the park, like in grass?
Well, yes, if necessary, but not like.
I'm saying like you're at the park, you got your blanket out, you take your shoes off. Or
just lie down and
relax.
My shoes off, relax, and read a book.
Exactly. Okay. All right. So now, can we see what your feet look like?
Okay.
Cool. All right. Let me get you. Hold on. Can you put your backpack down first, and then just scoot back a little bit, so that way I can get you completely in front.
Okay.
All right.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
We're gonna take a look. We're gonna see how these look. Hold on. Leave your socks on.
Okay.
And just take both your shoes off.
Okay. I thought it.
All right. And then turn this way. Put your feet up here. All right. And then, what size do you wear?
7.
Size 7. Does it vary depending on the type of shoe you wear?
I think so. Yeah.
You think so? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And then let me get you extend your feet out. Can you scoot back a little bit more? Might want to put your back down. That way you can just scoot all the way. There we go. All right. Put your toes up like this. All right, and you got on like polka dot, like little stars on the bottom, right there. Okay. All right. Okay. Now you can take your socks off.
My socks?
Yeah, take your socks off. All right. Size 7. All right. Well, you got on the like super long socks. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. And man, where did these socks come from? These are like striped long socks, but we got stars on the bottom. All right, put your feet in. All right, and I see you got the natural look, but we can definitely tell that you like take care of them. And let me see your toe alignment. Okay, so this is interesting. You have 2 different toe alignments. I don't know if you know
really?
that. Yeah. So on this foot, you have the Egyptian. It's when your bigger toe is bigger than all the other toes. That's what you have here, and then over here you have the Grecian when your second toe is like longer. So that's what you have. So you have 2 different toe alignments. That's interesting.
Wow.
All right, learn something new every day, right?
Yeah.
All right, extend your feet so we can see the bottoms. All right. Cool. All right. So how you feeling? We're going through this. We started asking you questions. Now we're looking at your feet. How do you feel right now?
Comfortable.
Comfortable? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. All right, leave your feet out. We're going to go through a couple more exercises, okay?
Okay.
So, first of all, leave your feet out. We're going to go through a couple more exercises, okay? So, in terms of my channel, right, it came about because during quarantine, I was watching another guy's channel. And he was talking about this mental health term that, like, deals with, like, living in the moment. Not thinking about the past, not thinking about the future, just, like, focusing on the moment that you're in, right? A lot of times people feel uncomfortable, like, with certain situations, right? So, it's all about expecting a positive outcome. And when you're in the moment, even if you feel uncomfortable, like, coping with it and just, like, trying to push your way through, right? When you're presented with situations, right, that are like unexpected, how do you deal with it? Like, what are some things you do?
But if it is something negative or positive, or doesn't
I'm
matter?
just saying in general. Let's say like at work, right? Your boss comes to you and says he needs you to work overtime, right? But you were planning to leave, but they need you and you have to work. How do you deal with that situation? Like, what are some things you do?
Well, in that case, I can say no.
Okay.
So I usually say yes. Okay.
Okay.
I always.
So you go with the flow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice.
Okay.
That's nice.
How much are you going to pay me? I'm going to say.
How much am I getting paid for this?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I think it's going to depend. If I need to do something really important at home, or I need
you have to go there.
I'm going to say this. Do you know? I'm sorry,
Okay.
but I need to do this. But if I don't have anything, even if I feel tired and if I need the money, I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to do that.
Cool. Nice. Let's talk about reflexology now, okay? So reflexology is all about the different pressure points you actually have in your hands and in your feet. Those pressure points connect to different parts of your body. So through massage, through acupuncture, through acupressure, you can alleviate like stress and tension to different parts of your body. So let's say you're somebody who deals with migraines, right? There's a portion of your foot that you can apply pressure to and massage, and it'll alleviate the tension you feel like, in those moments. What are your thoughts about like reflexology and what it can do for you from like a more holistic standpoint, without using like medicine and things like that?
Like, could you repeat the question? Sorry.
So like I said, reflexology is about those pressure points, right? That can connect to different parts of your body and alleviate stress. What are your thoughts about like being able to like being something that can be helpful to you, like from not being able to use like, let's say for example you had pain in your shoulder, but you can apply pressure here to relieve the pain as opposed to taking Tylenol or something like that. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, if I prefer like natural thing that well, to be honest, I don't like to take pills. Because I know that if I take a lot of them, I can hurt my
impacts your body. Sure.
But sometimes I prefer like, okay, I have a headache, but maybe I need to relax a little bit, to take some water and to sleep during 5 minutes, and then you're going to be okay.
You're gonna feel better about it, right?
But if the pain is like I don't know how to say it, that heavy, or
you need to take something.
That I need to take something. It's only when I take like a pill.
Got it. So with that being said, we're in reflexology. How ticklish do you tend to be?
Like
ticklish. How ticklish are you? Like if somebody tickles you, are you really ticklish?
Like
yeah. Are you really ticklish?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now I have a trick for you. Do you mind if we test it on camera? Is that okay? Is that cool?
Well, okay.
Okay. Can we get you to put your feet up here? All right.
Well, my feet, I don't think so.
All right. But put your feet up here. Let's see.
Yeah.
All right. Put both of them. All right. Let's go. Just push over a little bit. There we
Okay.
go. All right. So I'm gonna start with the right one. I'm gonna go from bottom to top.
Okay.
Tell me where it's most sensitive
Okay.
at, and which one is most sensitive. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and nothing.
No.
You don't feel anything anywhere. Okay. All right. Let's try your left one. Tell me if that one's more sensitive. 1, 2, 3. All right. No.
No.
Nothing. All right. Where do you feel it at though? Like the most? Like if you could pick the area,
This one.
you feel it on this one the most.
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to do something for me. Okay. Wiggle your toes. Tell me if it's more or less. Wiggle.
Like this?
Yep. Do you feel it more or less while you're doing that?
More.
More? Really? You hear it too? You feel it
No.
more? Less? Less?
Yeah.
So this one you feel it more when you're wiggling.
Yeah.
This one you feel it less.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, leave your feet there. I'm gonna get you to do a couple exercises, and this is the test, like
Okay.
the flexibility and dexterity. Okay.
Okay.
Bend your toes. Make a fist. Tell me how if there's any pain or discomfort.
Like this?
Yeah. Is it easy to do? Hard to do? Easy or hard?
Well, it's hard.
Is it painful anywhere?
This one.
This one is painful. Where?
Yeah.
Where at?
Right here.
Oh, really? Okay. Relax. Relax. All right. Let me get you to spread your toes. Tell me if you feel pain or discomfort while you're doing it. Spread. You feel any pain or discomfort while you're doing it?
No.
Is it easy to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Relax. Just wiggle your toes for 10 seconds. Tell me if you feel pain or discomfort while you're doing that. Easy to do?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. That's pretty much it. Let's wrap it up now. All right. Leave your feel. One more thing.
Okay.
In terms of my approach, when I walked up to you and I asked you to do the interview, was it good? Was it bad? What were your thoughts about my approach?
Well, to be honest, I don't
Yeah.
tend to believe everyone to everyone, but and I feel comfortable because I said I don't know how to explain that, but it's like when I was a student, I usually need to do that kind of thing.
You had to ask other people.
Yeah,
for stuff.
and
Okay.
and I know how the people feel
How
like
hard it is, yeah.
how hard it is to go and say it. I need to do this interview to make this homework.
Yeah.
Could you help me?
Absolutely.
I'm not going to do anything wrong to you. yeah,
Yeah,
but
and so it's hard. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
So you understand that.
Yeah.
Okay. In terms of the interview, right, from start to finish, did you see how everything was going in the line? Did it make sense to you? Did you learn anything new from the information?
yeah, I learned
Okay.
the
Reflexology?
reflexology.
Okay.
I didn't know about that,
Cool.
and I think this is like my first interview here
First
in the
YouTube interview. Nice.
in the US,
Okay.
and also like my large conversation with
Yeah.
with someone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Man. That's good. And like I said, you did really well in terms of like, I don't feel like there was any points where I didn't understand you. Even though I know sometimes like it's hard because you like had to ask me, but at least you were like, hey, can
Yeah.
you repeat the question? And I feel like you were fine after I
Oh,
repeated it. So
thank
it was
you.
really good. Yeah.
Thank you,
Um,
because I tend to make a lot of grammar mistakes. So
No, you're
sorry about
It
that.
was perfect. It was absolutely
No.
great. Last thing I'll ask. So from a mental health standpoint, right? A life lesson that you learned, some wise words that somebody once said to you that you could say to my channel that could be helpful.
Like about mental.
Yeah, it could be about something that you like think that is like what helps somebody else out.
Well, there is someone that I usually get stressed out about the things I can control,
Mm-hmm.
and I tend to get depressed when I can't figure out a solution.
Got it.
And when I get depressed, it's difficult for me to go out again and to start again to socialize.
Yes.
And then that a guy told me, do you know, Esperanza, there are going to be many issues that we are going to have through our life, but if it is something that you can control, don't get stressed out.
That's a
Just
good
focus
point.
your attention on the things you can solve in that moment.
That's a
And if
good
you
one.
can, don't get stressed out, because there is nothing that you can do.
Yeah.
Just chill out, and there is going to be a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I
Just
think
be-
that's important,
yeah.
man. Like because I think sometimes we want everything to be perfect.
Yeah.
But realizing that sometimes things are going to happen and it's going to be out of our
Yeah.
control, you just got to keep pushing
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a good one. Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate you stopping
You're
to do the
welcome.
interview. And we hope that you have a great one, okay?
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Bye.